3, 2, 1, go!
R-C-A-I-N-P-O-W dash. I'm way too cool to end with a rock.
Oh, what's the matter, scared?
Now everybody gather around, you wanna hear something great? You wanna learn about anime, manga, and video games? Well, just sit back and listen and just relax as you listen to the randomness of Chibi No Podcast.
We're back!
Wow, I can't believe I was a part of this.
I can agree on this.
Even though we messed up, it was cool.
Alright, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Chibi No Podcast, episode 3. This is, Diego, the little brother, but not so little.
This is Miles, your tech guy, giving you all the good news on the tech stuff.
You got David, the Smash fan?
And, as always, Jose, and when I'm not doing anything, I'm over here recording stuff.
Fanboy!
Also, we just want to
fanboy.
mention, quick second, the intro was from Larkin Shell, Ready, Steady, Go, also from, Full Metal Alchemist, one of the original intros. We just wanted to give a shout out to that. Today on our intro, that's
We
what I said.
transmuted that into the podcast. They don't even know.
What?
Transmuted it for Brony, Smash Brother fans, and anime fans.
Yeah, so just what you like, just let us know. If you want to hear that song, we'll put a link up.
In case you don't know, Diego's hosting. Just
Yeah.
so you know. It's not that obvious, I know, because he never talks.
It'll get 20% cooler because I'm here. Ooh! Okay,
No
so
bronies.
today's news is the topic. For you, those of you who don't know, Call of Duty has a new DLC coming out, and it lets you play as Michael Myers. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think?
Dude, I love scary movies. This is tempting me so much just to get it, but the way it works is, it's a little bit weird. We'll get into that, but, I mean, if they could do this always, I would try it.
Man, it would be so awesome if you have that skin that you don't die. Because Michael Myers doesn't die. That would be awesome. Invincibility!
The noob skin.
Personally, I'm not really. I thought it was kind of laughable. I don't know. I mean, it's like they're running out of ideas, but they're not. Like, they're trying to go off a boundary where they just don't know where to go anymore. I don't know. I mean, when you think Michael Myers, like, is he supposed to be shooting guns? I don't get it.
Well, he doesn't shoot guns. Have you seen the
stabs
video?
you.
So I saw the preview, but
He runs with a hatchet. That's all you have.
oh my gosh, I
Well,
don't
you're
know. I think
invincible. You
about
can't
it.
die, that's why.
No, you could die.
Well, that's stupid then.
Wait, you're Michael Myers?
Well, basically how it works in Call of Duty Ghosts, you have this field orders. Whenever you kill somebody, like, you'll see this briefcase, and when you get it, it says, do something. And when you do that, or while you're doing it, you become Michael Myers. And you'll have the hatchet and, like...
He has a hatchet, or he has like a knife?
No, he has a hatchet.
That's
a hatchet.
lame.
And then, like, you hear the little theme song or whatever, so people know that he's coming.
Okay, that's tight. Also, on to other news.
Shit.
Halo Pro Gamer joins 343, and Xbox Twitter account got hacked by the Syrian army. That's kind of weird.
Syrian army must be
just got, like,
PlayStation
Dude,
fanboys.
and what they did is they posted a picture of them hacking to binary code, and they're like, Syrian army was here. Hashtag something, I don't know what.
Did you just do 2 news posts in one sentence?
Exactly.
Well, the other one, Miles came up with this one, the Halo Pro Gamer joins 343.
Yeah, this one really excited me. I'm glad we got this on the topic this week here. Yeah, a pro gamer, he's gonna help in the development. I don't know what he's gonna be doing, but if I had to speculate, guys, I'm guessing probably like map design, weapon control,
Balancing and all that.
Balancing,
Yeah.
That would be my guess, and I think that is. I'm surprised Bungie hasn't done that in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've worked closely with some, like back in the Halo 2 days. I know that they worked with Final Boss a lot, but mostly that was for like custom game types for MLG, which this guy has created before. But hopefully he can help in like better map designs and stuff too. I mean, not that 4 was bad, but I felt like there's very few good MLG maps, and hopefully maybe this guy can bring something to that.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool, actually. On top of that, from like, I guess everyone can agree on all the Halo games, the respawns weren't really bad. Some people got good enough where they could tell when the person was going to respawn.
Right.
It's
There are
nothing
tons
like,
of people that could do
it's
it. They
not-
studied the map.
it's
Miles
not like,
did.
yeah, but you have to study it like a lot. It's not like Black Ops 2 and all that stuff where it's like, okay, I know where he's going to hear. Boop,
Yeah, that's
boop,
stupid.
boop, boop.
That's the reason why you don't play COD.
Yeah, I was gonna say back in the Halo 2 days, our viewers don't really know this, but I was actually a pro gamer sponsored by Red Bull. But what I'm getting at is when you were a pro gamer, what you would do on a lot of these map controls for Halo specifically, I've never been pro in any other game, but in Halo specifically, you would have weapon control to where when you picked up the gun, you would know, okay, well that gun's going to respawn in 30 seconds. Or you pick up the sniper, that'll going to respawn in 30 seconds. So pretty much while you're playing with your teammates, you're like sniper 4:31, and people would look at the time and they'd wait for that 30-second mark, to hit. Right. So they would go like 5:01. They know the sniper's going to pick. So that was control, and then also you would know where all the spawn points are. So if you killed 2 guys in one area of the map, and these are smaller maps, so you learned where spawns were, you could throw grenades or get your sniper or whatever ready for that next guy to spawn. So that's what I wish, like Lockout's a perfect example of that in Midship from Halo 2, and I hope that we can get more maps like that. It just makes it very competitive, very fast-paced. So I'm excited. Hopefully, it can bring something to the table like that.
That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Also, Valve launches.
Reading through this, we're reading through our news like no other.
Because we want to get to the main.
We're gonna get to the main topic, boys.
We don't want to leave them like last time.
Yeah, that was one topic.
Dude, like half hour we spent on just news.
Don't curse us. Go.
Well, also Valve launches Steam VR beta with Oculus Rift. I don't really know what that is, but you guys do?
Okay, so basically, the VR stands for virtual reality.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the Oculus Rift, they're trying to incorporate that to the Steam machine.
I remember I was watching that on YouTube. That looks pretty sick, actually.
And so the beta, what's going to happen on the beta, they're going to give an option to turn that on, turn the virtual reality on to use the Oculus Rift. I don't know how well it's going to work. Like, I haven't seen too much on it, and they haven't posted, like, any type of response or type of how to use it, just how to log into it. That's all they basically said.
That looks cool. I mean, nobody has done something like this in a long time, so I feel like it might be really good, Right. Because, I mean, the last time we had something close to that was the Visual Boy, and that was a...
Virtual Boy,
and that was,
That wasn't even really...
Well, I mean, I'm saying something close to that. I'm not saying it is.
Yeah. Have you guys ever actually played on that thing?
I was...
The Virtual Boy?
Yeah.
I did, and I didn't know
cool.
English, so I didn't know what the F was going on.
You didn't need to. It didn't have, like, talking stuff and subtitles.
Dude, but the red just got to me. All the red...
what
red
does
just got to me
visuals have to do
so
with
bad.
speaking English?
You have to, like, know something, man.
All you do is you press A to hit the tennis ball with Mario. Like, there's no subtitles.
Yeah, but the game was... it was an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Just having one color...
it was ahead of its time for the idea.
But my eyes just couldn't handle it.
Well, what if you were colorblind to red? That would suck.
You see white then, or you see dark gray.
Yeah, they might actually have in the better version, maybe.
Dark gray and black.
Brown.
As well.
Brown, I don't know, maybe. Something cool.
What the heck, brown?
Because I had a friend who's colorblind and she can't see red and it looks like brown.
Oh, wow.
Jeez, I know from experience.
So when she goes to the bathroom, what does she see?
Why are we talking about this?
You know what's funny? Just bringing up this, we had one of our readers just even comment that he loves our show. He thinks it's really fun, but he says we banter quite a bit and it's hilarious. We're kind of proving this right now.
But you guys love our banter, so we're going to continue.
Why are we continuing? You gotta love just
I'm going to go on to another piece of news.
Okay. Fine.
Everyone hear about this crazy new trend in Japan, the hair smiles?
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
What? What's the hair smile?
You know how they have the ducky face in Facebook where they put like the lips out, pucker it?
They kind of look
kind of like that.
They kind of look like the...
So this is
to me, hold on. To me, it looks like they're the witch from Left 4 Dead 2.
Whoa. I'm kind of scared. Like, Google this pull this like guy that looks like Sasquatch and it says real hair. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so these they're...
You guys always give me the Google weird things.
So the Japanese people, they're calling it the face down pose. So basically, if you take a picture, you're supposed just to look down, and you can make gestures with like the peace sign that Japanese people do, or cover your face with your hand or with your cell phone. For some reason, this like small group of people, it's not even that big in their fashion trends, but they're just starting it up, and it's caught a lot of attention.
It's not as bad as the whole "I will lick your eyeball" picture.
What?
From back in the days.
Oh my gosh! Did you not hear about that?
Or the donut thing on their forehead too. That was weird.
That was a thing.
They were taking pictures with. They would literally lick the eyeball.
No, I've not heard of this at all.
Yeah.
Well, the Japanese culture has all these weird trends. Like one of them was people would go to the dentist and make their teeth look bad, especially girls, because over there in Japan, like guys go crazy for that childish look. They're all pedophiles, I swear.
We do not want to insult any Japanese people that might or might not be listening. to
We
our
don't
podcast.
want to insult them. It's just an interesting thing.
That's just a weird...
I'm just curious to see what it looks like. Now you guys got me interested. here.
eyeball one.
No, just on any of this stuff.
Okay.
Like I haven't heard of any of these.
We'll
people.
watch the eyeball one. We'll
We'll
watch
watch
that one.
We'll post up a link for the hair
Because
smells.
they do this every now and then. Like a while ago when Attack on Titan was big, they did the whole Titan poses where they will like stand way back and then make it look like they're holding their friends as if they
Hey,
were
but
Titans.
that's cool.
You know who
though.
did that first?
okay.
K-On.
Oh, but did you see some of those pictures? Those
They got
girls were
creative.
wearing wigs though, and that looked heavy. It looked like her neck was gonna snap off. She's like,
And then there were the whole ones with the girl did like a hairnet style hairstyle.
I don't know. But we'll post up a link to that for you guys. So that's what we want to do. Oh, into the comic world, American comics. Angry
Yes.
gamers nearly killed Superman in the New 52.
They can't kill Superman. Superman's
Ho-
unkillable.
Jose has got this. So what happened in this?
Let's hear it, Jose. Let's hear it.
I don't even read this comic.
Dude, I think DC Comics is running out of ideas because this one was ridiculous.
But I heard it was good though.
Well, it depends who you ask. I mean, basically the whole premise, if I remember correctly, was Mongol. He has this idea to try to take over the world, but the way that he's doing it,
Angry gamers.
he's going to the gamers so that they can figure out a way to kill Superman, if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
right?
and they use like a robot Batman to fight him.
Yeah, and basically the robot will go through all the things that, let's say, us four will send to Mongol on how to defeat Superman, and it will decide the best choice.
So they'll put in the combos in it, and then this machine will choose the best one, and then you do that. What is he
The
showing us?
freak?
That is not what we're talking about, Miles.
Hold on, quick pause. Miles looked up a thing for FIFA 2014, and there's a glitch in
Why?
the game.
Yeah, there's a glitch.
There's a glitch in the game where one of the players' head is stuck into the other player's butt. It's just sorry.
Going
'cause-
through his front.
Wait,
yeah, it's going through it.
how
Oh,
did, yeah,
I don't know. We're just
how did you go
acting
from Superman to this?
banter. Okay,
This is bad banter.
Jose, go back.
I don't want to talk about comics anymore.
Are you sure?
Basically, they couldn't. It was basically at the end. They're like, we can't do this. Superman can't be killed by the gamers. Like, we can't think of any possible way to kill Superman.
That's lame. I want Superman to at least die for real, and then they had to restart the comic.
He did die for real.
Yeah,
He came
well,
back.
He got killed by Goku, right?
No,
Every
Goku
hero,
lost.
a bunch of superheroes die for real. They come back. I mean, Wally West is coming back in April.
Wally West can suck it. I'm just
Wally
kidding.
West is awesome. That's the
JK.
one that you grew up watching on Justice League Unlimited.
Oh, okay, he's the cool one.
Samir doesn't even know.
Hey.
He's the one. Remember in the episode where they're like, where Luthor changes the mind with him, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna finally learn the secret of the Flash, who he is." He takes off the mask and he looks at the mirror. He's like, "I have no idea who this guy is."
Yeah.
Well, like they do that. Like that's why there's reboots.
Yeah.
In
I know,
case the
I know,
superhero
I
dies,
know.
reboot.
I just want that.
Time
but-
crisis.
Understandable.
New 52.
Oh,
What's gonna be
this
the
is
one after that?
this is
New
interesting news about for EA. EA may once again be running for America's Worst Company Award for the third year.
Was anybody surprised by this? Because I wasn't.
I nominated them.
I nominated them too. So
Really?
They have
Yeah.
had problems. There's SimCity. Yeah, SimCity. It took like 6 months or a year
I
to
don't care
finally
about that.
get working on.
I'm nominating Comcast. Dang it, trolling me.
that's because you got
Dude,
that
that's only
package,
you,
that crappy
though.
package. Well, no, I was gonna say with EA. I mean, I don't blame the developers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because EA's not making the game; they just publish it. But they are in control of deadlines. They are in control of pushing stuff out.
They always push back the dates.
Well,
EA?
that's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
EA does not push back dates.
Ubisoft pushes back the dates, but they make the game great.
Yeah, they wait until it's done. At
What
least.
game
Except
says-
for except for Assassins, I guess, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
But
trying
I don't
to
know, like Battlefield has been a great example
Oh, yeah.
of pushing a game too soon, or their servers weren't ready. They had a beta test a week before the game came out.
So basically, why
a
they're
network
getting
beta
voted
test, I
every
should
year
say.
is because one of their big games messes up big time.
Mass Effect 3.
well,
The ending, a lot of people were hating, and that's why they started voting. And then
that was
SimCity
the
again.
developer though.
But
Still.
whether or
Yeah.
not it was EA's name is on there, therefore they.
You know, most gamers don't actually look through all the everything like we find out, and they're just like,
True.
Well, like look at Battlefield 4. You couldn't play online for how long?
Actually, they just released a new patch for Xbox One today,
yeah, that's right.
and it's just kind of made some more matters worse. Fixed
Really?
things. They got new things working. Yeah.
What they do?
there's
fix
still
stuff.
some issues. There's some glitches with the bullets killing people.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
Not
assume
everybody.
that bullets would kill people, but I
No,
don't know, maybe
like-
that's just me.
Dude, like if you shoot a guy in the leg and he has full health and he dies by a toe shot, I mean,
That's COD for you.
we're talking about Battlefield.
Well,
They want to get like
going in that
caught.
direction, yeah.
You just asked a question. Like I'm giving
I
you an
know,
answer.
he's just trolling
But-
you, man.
I know he's learning from me. He hangs out with Jose too much.
Dude, we're a team now.
Gay.
Play a haters club.
Gay. Hey.
Hey.
No hates to the gays though, but
Oh yeah.
well, it's offensive.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just don't
yeah.
want to
Yeah,
make it
I know.
No,
offensive.
because Miles said gay and then you said hate. And we don't.
Also,
know.
You two gay.
Also, they announced this week. Was it this week? The special edition Titanfall controller revealed.
Yes.
What do you guys see? I hadn't seen that. I was.
Dude,
you haven't seen it?
I was out of the loop.
I'm gonna post a picture on the Facebook as well to
It's
show you.
basically the white color with orange and black. Kind of like if you've seen the Mad Catz, what's it called, the headset and everything that they're releasing.
kind of similar. Yeah.
It's the same color palette and all
It
that.
looks like this.
But
Oh,
That was my reaction to that.
the design of the controller just looks so sharp. The way they did on the handles, like with
Right.
the orange on the left and the black on the right side,
It
it just looks so sharp.
or around the thumbstick, the little reticle.
Yeah, it just looks nice.
It looks so clean. I just
So fresh.
I'm you know what? There was speculation. I was wondering if they do an Xbox One, edition
I
of
bet.
Titanfall, but I don't think they will now because they've showed a controller first. It's kind of weird. They always show
It'd be
the
easier
console
now,
first.
It'd
you
be
know?
easier now to just introduce the console.
Well, it's like ODST, Halo 3, where they just did the controller. Honestly, I think because the console came out so early, personally, I think because it's always a year
Right.
that they do a next generation of like a design. I'm guessing Halo 5 or whatever it'll be. I think that'll be the next.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the new design.
what I think is cool is it's sharp. Like the controller's sharp and it's white, and it kind of to me it reminds me of a sports car kind of a thing, like how sharp and sleek it is. I like it.
It does
It's tight.
kind of look mechish to me too, a little
That's
bit.
why I
Mechish.
like it.
In
Yeah.
related
Yes.
news, what's it called?
The Alpha.
Turtle Beach
Oh,
announced that
sorry.
they're doing a headset as well for Titanfall. As far as we knew right now, it was only Mad Catz that was doing one
The
team.
headset.
Yeah.
Did you see the Xbox One headset?
Which one?
The design for the Titanfall one. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
The Mad Catz one.
Well, yeah, Turtle Beach.
Yeah.
Mad Catz Turtle Beach. Yeah.
The Turtle Beach. Yeah, I saw that one. And I
did
saw
not
both
like-
of them.
I didn't like the one for the Xbox One how it looked. Like it had the blue with the red. It just
Yeah.
those colors don't really blend well. Sorry, American flag, but I'm just saying like it just doesn't look that
Tommy.
good. It doesn't look that good. Like
All these reviews,
but the
all
Xbox
these comments
360 is
are miles
good.
only.
What?
He's trying to say that these comments are not the thoughts or ideas for Chibi No Podcast, just Miles.
Well, yeah, you guys haven't voiced your opinion on them. So
Well, basically, I like the Mad Catz, how that one looks better.
which one, the 360 or the Xbox One?
The Xbox One headset.
Did you see it?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
for Mad Catz. They released the mouse, the keyboard, and the mouse pad, I think.
Yeah, because the 360 one is also the PC one.
Yeah.
And then the Xbox One is like a baby blue and a red in the ear cup. And then
So this one's the 360 one.
this one's the 360 PC.
That one
I don't know what
looks way
you're pointing
cool.
at,
way
Diego.
cool.
That one looks cool.
But that's not the Xbox One version.
What? Which
So
one's?
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Sorry,
I'll show you
can't
later.
See the picture.
Okay, we'll look at that
We'll
later.
post some links.
Carry
sometime on Facebook.
Carry on.
All right, on to Oh, well, not our final topic. We still got more. Scarlett Johansson. She. Oh yeah. Okay, take a moment to say Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
What do you
These
mean?
names, baby.
We salute you. Showing
Do the laughter, Miles.
You're hot.
the what?
Caesar laugh.
The Caesar laugh.
Yeah, Caesar
Oh,
laugh.
lo, 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 lo.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
I want to talk about this for a moment because when I first
Hold on.
read
I
it,
didn't say what it said.
Yeah, he didn't say what
I
he
just
said.
said
He didn't
Scarlett
say what he said,
Johansson.
true.
I'm down, Speedo.
Scarlett Johansson
I'll wait to finish.
is
So,
Maybe
noted
David they call
is
him.
noted saying that Avengers 2,
all I
the
need.
script is dark and dry. Now, David, go. What you want to say?
okay, now I will finish.
Jeez.
So when I first read that, this is when I heard the word dry. To me, when I hear that in a script, it means that it's bland, that it's not very well. But then I actually opened up the article, and so she says, it's dark and dry, and then she says, it's got this amazing one-liner, glass-cutting sense of humor. She goes on to say, obviously the script is very cerebral. It doesn't lose the exciting comic book aspect that people enjoyed in the first film, but it's smart and it feels like the next installment. It doesn't feel like rehashing. It feels like these characters are moving forward, plot lines are moving forward. It's deep, and I think that's why people really respond to the Marvel Universe, because the films are fun and exciting and have all that flashy stuff, but there's a gravity to them. People can expect that gravity this time around. And so...
What article is that at?
IGN, I think.
It's on IGN, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. But, so, when I hear about this dark and dry, it goes back to what Josh Whedon said a while back, that he was thinking about killing off one of the main characters. I mean, they did that with the Avengers, and no one knew that Agent Coulson was going to die.
Well, he didn't.
Well, he didn't really die, but he did get killed in the Avengers.
From what it sounds like she's saying, it sounds like only fanboys would like this.
No.
It's
Shield?
to me.
Well, the thing is, like,
Not Shield. No.
Oh.
if you think about it, Marvel.
Alright, DC boy.
Well, Marvel is more on the comic relief side of things. Like you see with their like quick jokes and stuff like that. Well, I think what she's saying here is that they're trying to be a little bit more serious while still retaining that thing that made them so fun.
Oh, okay. I get you.
They're not gonna go Superman or Batman like dry and dark stuff like that. They'll still remain the comic.
Dry though. I mean,
Well, yeah, it's just that it would change if they did that. It would change how
But look,
people relate to.
well, because on top of that, Disney owns Marvel, so they want to make it family friendly.
Yeah.
they don't. Do they own Marvel, or do they just own some of the?
I think they own
comics.
the rights to the movies.
They own rights to the movies, but like they don't own Spider-Man.
No.
That's Sony, right?
For the movies, yes.
Yeah, for the movies, Sony owns it, so Disney can't do.
Like-
But they have the Amazing Spider-Man on Disney, their animated series. If you want to watch
The
that.
Ultimate Spider-Man. Amazing is from the 60s,
Basically,
baby.
I would say this: don't worry about the Avengers. Avengers are gonna be good. The thing you need to worry about is Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Well, on a positive note, Jamie Alexander, she's the actress that played Lady Sif in the Thor movies.
Right.
She's going to be on a special appearance on the
Shield.
TV show Shield.
Yeah.
Personally, have any of you guys watched Shield?
I haven't, sadly.
I've
I heard
watched
it's good,
one or two
though.
episodes.
You watched one or two?
I've
watched two. I didn't like it personally.
I
haven't given it enough, probably, but
I'm kind of still on the fence about it because they're trying to involve this side story of the Avengers.
Yeah.
With all these agents, have Agent Coulson to have be a main character. It kind of
We
they're
all-
kind of getting
yeah.
more into the story now because they're trying to go into the backstory of what happened to Agent Coulson after the Avengers. Because
and how he faked his death. It was just a
it
stupid.
wasn't a fake death. It did confirm that he did die, but how he came back to life, some
Dragon Balls.
weird magic, unnatural thing that what's his name did. That Samuel Jackson, what's his name again?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury did to bring him back to life. Why he brought him back to life?
You got the Dragon Balls.
We don't know.
Banter.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I think the reason why it's difficult for some of us to catch on is because it's not using the main heroes. It's using S.H.I.E.L.D. people. We don't really know S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, they're not using like known characters.
Well, that's why I think it's cool that they're getting Lady Sif in here
Right.
from the Thor movie. That's really cool, but
It's not gonna be like she's there all the time.
Right. No, and that is true. But the problem I have is the show kind of turns into a soap opera kind of show, like your Gossip Girl type crap on CW.
Well, with guns.
But
Don't
yeah,
talk
but
about CW that way.
But no, it's fine because on
The
CW,
original.
I mean, I know it's kind of we're not used to talking about this on our podcast, but like, I mean, I like Supernatural. I grew up with that show,
Right.
But a comic book style show that does it right to me is Arrow. Have you guys seen that? Because that show,
You liking Arrow?
oh, I love Arrow. That's actually one of my favorite shows of all time.
No, Jose.
But
No, I won't get into
it
it.
does have some drama stuff
Right.
into
Yeah.
it, but it just does it better. I don't know, like S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't interest me, and then I watch Arrow, and it's just on a different league.
Right. And they introduced Flash.
You mean it gives you the right amount of drama. It's not all drama.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you the right amount to where you get enough character. I mean, in Arrow, I'm glad we're talking about this because it's such a great show. If you guys haven't seen it, the whole first season is on Netflix right now. It's great. The scene where you find out the main character, like his backstory, how he becomes the Arrow. Oliver Queen. When you see him, to me, the most fascinating part of that show isn't him in modern time. It's seeing him on the island and how he changes.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, is just the best part of the whole show. I could just do a whole series of just him on the island, personally.
I want to add something. Because how do you feel about Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman? I gotta let this one out.
Okay, I will give you my opinion on that. Personally, I don't mind, and there's a reason why. Yes, she's gorgeous, blah, 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 we got that. You know, she doesn't have the body figure that we see and like blah, blah, blah. But personally, when I think of like, just a lot of the superhero characters that portray certain people, like even the Avengers. I mean, some of them remind me of the characters, but others they don't. Like even Batman, like the Dark Knight, like the newer series. Christian Bale, he didn't.
Hey, he's not like
he wasn't Bruce Wayne to me, like in the comic books or the TV shows. I mean, it's a reimagination. Is how you have to look at it.
George Clooney all the way.
And I mean, like Wonder Woman, she's a god and stuff. You know, like Superman with these powers and stuff. I mean, she can be skinny and she's gonna punch him through a boulder. You know, I mean, they're gonna do her just like Catwoman. She'll have some black leather on with some crazy new outfit design. She's not gonna
Pfeiffer was good.
This is not my Wonder
But that's what I'm saying.
Woman.
She's not gonna be in like blue panties with stars on them. They're not gonna do that.
Hey, they better.
No, I think.
I don't think she'll live good on
I
it.
agree with this to a point. Like, I think Christian Bale. Let's go to Christian Bale.
Okay.
Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, I don't think was great as Bruce Wayne, but as Batman, he killed it for me.
Bruce Wayne to me, like Michael Keaton, he played to me how Bruce Wayne's supposed to act.
Okay.
To me, he was the Bruce Wayne.
That works, yeah. And like,
But he wasn't buff like Bruce Wayne.
and then Wonder Woman.
I'm telling you,
From what
Clooney-
people, I don't like how they make. I don't like how they make Wonder Woman like this, the super, like, you know, tight waist,
She's
and
an Amazonian.
bigger hips, and yeah. But Amazonians, when you think of things like that, you think of more of a leaner body,
But the
sports
thing is
to your
with-
body. So this girl
I
kind of
think
fits
thicker.
it well. Don't you agree? I think she fits it well.
Well, the problem
And on
is
top of that, she knows how to fight. In
Wonder
reality,
Hey, at least she's
Well,
a good
everyone in
look.
Israeli has to go to the army. Like, she's not the only one that went to the army. It's like mandatory. That's the thing.
Hey, at least we're getting a good looking Wonder Woman for once.
Well,
we had a good looking
nobody
Wonder
has
Woman
been in the
70s.
movie for Wonder Woman.
Really?
just the
okay,
show.
maybe it's just me.
Yeah, this is the show. But here's the thing:
Lost
like
in that
Wonder
hair.
Woman's character is supposed to be an empowerment of women, and right now we see that women are being portrayed, especially in Hollywood, like as being skinny, model-looking girls. And when they picked her, I was like, no, that's not what the character's supposed to be. I know that, like, Superman in this one, like, he's buff, actually buff. I'm like,
He's
okay.
hairy. He's super hairy.
Yeah, super hairy.
If you
He's
see
supposed to
if
be
you
buff
look-
anyway. That's
Yeah,
how he's
okay.
been
If you look
portrayed.
if you watch the
Yeah.
movie, you see little hairs popping out of the costume. My brother's wife told me about this, and it bugged me the whole movie. I was like, "Why is this hair sticking out of
What are
his
you looking at
costume?"
his hair for?
But like,
She told me.
Even these shows are so off from the comics. Even like,
Yeah.
like Superman, how he didn't
Arrow,
join the
especially.
Daily Planet until at the very end of the show. Like,
Right.
you know,
Well, here's the thing: is that I'm okay if they mess with things, but just the stuff that they're messing with is not really giving me hope. If it was me at DC, I would let whoever's in charge of the animated movies be in charge of the real movies, because DC knocks it out of the park time and time again in the animated
Well,
movies.
they never do good in my opinion in the movies, really, except
Yeah.
for like maybe the
The
older
live action
Batmans.
ones.
Except for maybe the older Batmans. That's the only ones that. Well, I shouldn't say like the Dark Knight was a masterpiece. Don't get me wrong, but besides Batman, like let's ignore Batman. Batman movies are usually good.
Yeah.
But besides that, what else is really good? I mean, none of the Superman movies
Green
have
Lantern
been like
was
amazing
terrible.
in my
Oh,
opinion.
Green Lantern.
The Superman, the original Supermans with what's his name,
Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve. I think the first one a lot of people liked, and then they said by the fourth one though it was ridiculous.
He throws the ass at somebody and gets trapped. Well, here's my point. I don't really see her as Wonder Woman. And beside that, did you hear the rumors that they're gonna make her not an Amazonian but a descendant of Krypton?
See, I don't
Yeah,
mind.
I heard that too.
See, like Lois Lane. That Lois Lane was horrible for Lois Lane. I like the actress, but she didn't fit the comic character. It's
Right.
Just, I don't really
Like I
mind.
said,
I don't really mind what they're going to do with it. To be
They're
honest,
just reimagining them. It's like what they're doing.
you know what's
with
funny?
New 52
We're
reboot.
complaining more about her than we're complaining about Ben Affleck.
I could.
Okay, this
I
is
want-
this is a
Ben
whole
Affleck
other
could
topic.
look like
This is a
Batman.
whole other
That's what I
topic.
mean, and we're-
Okay, let's just leave it at this. DC, put whoever's in charge of your animated movies to do your real movies, and let's move on.
Nut up or shut up. Okay.
In other words, have Jose on your team.
oh,
And as David says, I approve of that message, Jose.
Dude,
that's
I would
my
rock
line.
it. I would rock it. I'll do like an episode for YouTube as to what I would do with the DC universe on the
okay,
movies.
guys, we got 3 more topics to go over.
There's actually 4 because I have one more. Okay, I'll just add one news really quickly before you move on, Diego.
Ask the host.
See, now we're like 30 minutes in.
Shut up. Okay, so for all you, like I said, I'm the Smash fan. I know everything Smash, and I totally forgot to mention this until Miles told me. But this weekend is the big Smash tournament called Apex.
There, I want to make a special note to that. They are streaming it on Twitch.
Yeah.
So
On
if you have Xbox One or PS4, feel free to watch it.
Well, if you have an Xbox One, because I don't think you can watch stuff on the Twitch app on the PlayStation.
No, on the PlayStation 4?
Yeah, I don't think they have added that yet.
okay.
Because that's the whole thing that's different. Because the Xbox One announced Twitch, but they don't stream it. Yet you could watch it. PS4 added it later. You could stream it, but you can't watch stuff.
Okay, so sorry. If you have an Xbox One, it's streaming.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Or just go to twitch.com.
The quality's been great on it.
Yeah,
by the
and
way.
then
If you want the link, we'll send you the link on too.
We'll post it on Facebook.
we also have one player from Utah that's there at Apex right now.
What's his name?
I don't remember, but we played against him, and he was a good DK, but that was a warm-up guy.
What city is he from?
He's representing the 801.
We need to get Devin. He's the guy that arranges all the tournaments in Utah. He knows him. We'll ask him.
We'll discuss this. This will be in a later podcast.
Shout outs to the Smash community for getting everything. I hope they come back to Evo. That was hype.
I want to go to the tournament next time with you guys and try just for fun.
Dude, we should try to go to Evo, but we'll talk about this later.
Not that he asked us to do this, but I want to ask, like, when does he host tournaments? Like, he does it locally here for
He
Utah,
does it
right?
every month. Every month in Utah, there's a tournament, whether it's here in Salt Lake or in Orem, because they switch between two people. But every month there's a tournament, and they're good.
Is there a Facebook we can go to, like, find information on?
As far as I know, there's not one for the Smash community. You can go to Smashboards though. Go to Smashboards. Go to Utah,
And they'll
Salt
post
Lake,
stuff,
and
yeah.
they post stuff up there.
Again, people will post a link up on that too.
We always say that.
We're gonna have to do it this time because we got
We'll
people.
write it down.
Also, we got introduced. Oh no, they not introduced, but they changed it. The Steam controller drops the touchscreen and adds buttons.
Yeah,
That is
That's a solid move.
it's
Yeah, you think so?
It has a D-pad now. Kind of.
So they made it...
but they can still be customizable. Those buttons, the D-pad.
I don't think it's still finished though. The controller. They're still.
It's still prototype.
Yeah.
I'd like for them to give you different types of controllers to what you choose. Maybe.
Well, yeah, you can plug in your Xbox controller, your PS...
No, of the Steam controller. I'm talking about the Steam
Right.
controller. Like, you get the one that's the touchpad, and the one with the
Yeah, but the
buttons.
touchpad one's gonna be a lot more expensive, which is another reason why they dropped it. Is because
It's a good
it
idea.
costs so much
the
money to
touchscreen.
keep the touchscreen on
The only
there.
problem with them removing the touchscreen is not only was it ugly, now it's fugly.
Pug
There's more
ugly.
buttons.
It's all good.
Okay, one more thing before we get to one of the bigger news things. It's not the end.
But
It's quick. Attack on Titan is on Netflix, so any of you anime people
Shout out
watch
to my
it
brother on
it's
that.
on Netflix, really?
Yeah.
really?
My brother texted me after we got done
with the last podcast.
last podcast. He's like, "Hey, Attack on Titan's there." I'm like, "Dude, you retarded. You don't watch anime, alright? First of all, you probably think it's Clash of Titans. Let me tell you so." And then the next morning, he like puts it on his phone, and then it's Attack on Titan. I was like,
Did he watch it?
"No, he still hasn't watched it." I got my brother-in-law though hooked on it.
Hey, tell us about Titanfall here, Diego. What's your situation?
Well, Attack on Titan. You said Titanfall, but
Sorry, I'm Titanfall ahead in my mind right now.
The person who
I had never seen it. Can I talk?
Yes,
Sorry.
go.
I have not seen Attack on Titan, or I didn't see Attack on Titan for this whole time. I started
Get up.
yesterday, and right now it's been 2 days. I'm on episode 21. I'm almost done.
Woohoo!
It's a great series. You guys
Diego,
gotta
the
watch
Dark
it.
Prince of Otaku,
I'm the Dark Prince.
level
So
28.
I'm so proud of
He's
you.
a
Now
light
we just need to
prince.
get David to watch Gorilla Gun, and it'll be all
yeah.
perfect world.
He will.
Deadly
watch it.
There's
Combination.
no such thing as perfect world.
He will watch it.
Oh, okay. Now we'll.
It will be when you watch that anime.
We do have one last thing. They announced today the Titanfall alpha signups.
Did they announce it?
No, that was
No,
2
it
days
was
ago.
Thursday?
Thursday.
Or Wednesday. No, Wednesday.
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 So, yeah.
Get on that.
Go to EA.com and sign up. Oh, no.
Okay, so they I was looking at some of the message boards on here because I was interested, because we all went and signed up. There's a link that was posted on all these websites. You can sign up for this alpha going on.
I signed up just to troll people, even though I have no Xbox One.
Well, well, even if you got it, you knew you could have came to my house or something.
I don't want to do that.
Anyway, on this, I looked on the forums, and I guess what the moderators, the people that were doing it, they're really Respawn. It's on the Respawn forums, and they were mentioning that the links that got sent out, those are the hyperlinks that are in people's email that are invited to get into the alpha. So if you got an invite, you can click on the link, register, you'll get your key, within Friday, as we're hosting now, anytime from, a couple weeks. But if you didn't get an email and you applied, you're not going to get in. They said these are select ones. All they did is they just copied the link that people got and got redirected to it. So, unfortunately, it's kind of sad news. There's a lot of NDA on this, so we can't really talk a lot about this subject, really, about our opinions, or if we've tried or if we got invited. We can't even mention that. But, I know there's going to be leaks out there if you guys are curious.
Yeah.
You guys can find them on your own. I'm pretty sure it's
Somebody
going to be all
wants to
over.
mess it up for everybody
But,
else.
yeah.
Yeah, just go on YouTube in a couple days and you'll see people playing, like, put up stuff videos, I'm pretty sure.
I've seen Instagram been hosting videos and pictures all over, actually.
You think they'll get taken down?
They've been getting down and then they go back up. But they are moderately removing them.
There's more coming up than they can
It's
take
one of
out.
those things, once you put it on the internet, people will get it and repost it and repost
If
it.
not,
and repost
ask
it.
a friend who has it and just go over to their house and play it. It looks amazing from what I've seen on Instagram.
Instagram.
But what I've been, another thing I was going to ask, I wanted to bring up on this topic, do you guys think they'll do a beta, public beta, closed beta? What do you guys think?
Titanfall?
Because right now they're doing an alpha test. From what I read on the forums, it's like a 2-month-old build or something, and it's mostly stressing like server
They
stuff
could do
or
it.
something. Is what I read.
They could do it, but we're getting very close to the
Yeah,
thing.
we're in 2 months. Within 2 months of the
well, I'm not
release.
saying I'm not saying a beta like development
Beta,
beta, but like
right.
network beta.
Kind of like the beta that they say right now, even though they're not going to change anything, just for you to play thing.
I should say a network beta because
Yeah.
it's more like a server test. You
Okay.
think they might have one like what Battlefield's done?
I could say
Halo?
they could do it with like the ones that pre-order, but they already kind of missed that window. But why not? I mean, they have the way to do it.
We do have...
Battlefield had a 2-week period before their beta.
Yeah, but that's EA. That's their fault.
Titanfall is EA.
Look at what
Well,
happened
that's
today.
Battlefield. That's not Titanfall.
They can do it. Hopefully, they do it for people to just get more hyped. That's
just-
an easy like advertisement for them.
You just gotta wait 2 months and you play it. I would just do that. No, that's over with.
We're done.
Let's get on to
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay golden.
Oh
wait, we're not done.
We're not leaving.
No,
We're not leaving.
We're
We're
not-
not done.
we're not done. We're not done with
Shut
the
up,
podcast.
Jose. No golden time.
We do have one thing to talk about. Thoughts on the Simpsons tribute. David, you know this because we didn't watch this. It was just David. You take
Make
it.
it quick.
Okay,
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
okay, we'll probably do another podcast dedicated to this. It was funny. They had a lot of puns and jokes poking at Japanese
Banter.
culture. They made fun of drinking like this snake rice wine, and that's what made them have this hallucination that had all the Studio Ghibli references. The first scene when you see the comic book guy's future wife, spoiler, she has a huge anime eyes. You're like, what? And then you find out they're just sunglasses. They brought back a few good puns, a few good jokes that Simpsons are known for, and so I loved it. So overall, for a new episode, it was pretty good.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents for now.
All right, we're gonna go on to some.
Piggyback David, they call him.
We'll do one more thing before the main topics. This is on. If people don't know, on Amazon, they're promoting this thing of these 5-pound sugarless gummy bears. They're sugar free. And the comments on this.
Wait. Can I read it in a soothing voice?
I want to read this. I already
Can you
called
read it in a
David.
soothing voice?
Okay.
Soothe me, Diego.
These are one of the comments. We'll
His
post up the
sexy
link on this.
accent,
It's
too.
from Slightly Viral. We want to thank them.
Soothe voice.
It's from Haribo Gummy Bears. Let me just say this real quick. So this is from a guy named C. Torok. He gives this 1 star. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The gummy bear cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, for taste, I would rate these a 5. So good, soft, true to taste, fruit flavors like the Sugar Factory variety. I was a happy camper. But, or should I say but, with 2 T's, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating, beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the, flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, the sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. The stench like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincters were screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping mop projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid. Flammable liquid. Napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible, and it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005.
What?
Things coming out of me at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking, delicious-tasting hell bears. So, a 5-pounder.
20. But you only ate 20.
Oh my.
So I told a friend about what happened to me, thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the sugar substitute. And in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All the same for her. And a phone call from her while on the toilet because he kind of ended up living in the bathroom for a spell. Telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that we were exaggerating. She took them to work since there was still 99% of a 5-pound bag left. She worked for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all those poor men and women pooped that day. I keep envisioning men on roofs, crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder or if they should just jump. If you order these, best of luck to you, and please don't post a video review during the aftershocks.
Out to this guy. Can we give a clap out to this guy?
Yay!
Let's give a clap out to this guy. Seriously, good.
He should be writing essays.
What's this guy's name on? Let's give him credit here. What was this dude on Amazon?
It was C. Torok.
We should get him to do our description for every episode.
We'll post a link up, and you can read more of the comments. It's pretty gross.
Now the question is, who's man enough to do this challenge?
We'll try it. I'll try it.
You try it?
I'll probably
Miles,
die.
you game?
No, I can already see the problem right here. It's this freaking hydrogenated glucose syrup. That's what's causing the problem.
That's what makes it
that
not good.
old hydroglycemic.
Banter.
It's all about the glucose.
All right, guys. So let's go on to our main topics of today. We have three topics. One of them is random top 5 list. Top 5 underrated video game characters.
Ooh, the random
2,
top list.
anime cliches. Anime cliches differ from US cliches. Which ones are overdone and which animes use them correctly. And 2, if you were an anime character, who would you be and why?
Okay, that last one actually came from a listener.
We're gonna call him Speedy. Paul the Speedy. I can't think of something else.
Gonzalez?
No,
He got
Paul
a
the Speedy Speedster.
he got a PS4 without or pre-ordering it the day of. So
Right.
he's a.
The Speedy Lucky
What's
Speedy,
POS?
something like that. Yeah.
The Speedy.
Anyways, let's get into a topic. Top 5 list. Random top 5 underrated video game characters. David, go.
Okay,
30 seconds.
fudge you 30 seconds.
Oh.
But I'll try and keep it short though.
Just like you.
Oh!
Okay, don't be bantering.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, you're so controlling, dude. I'm not gonna give you.
Go.
Okay. So mine are based
Back up.
on. Okay, so my number 5, is Samus from Metroid. Now this may sound
How's she underrated?
weird.
She's a main protagonist.
That doesn't mean anything.
Alright.
Main protagonists can be underrated. But anyway, my reason are for this. Now, Samus has always come out with great games.
She made him herself?
Yeah, she made them herself.
Okay.
I thought you
No
didn't know that.
wonder there's not a new one.
And so, so Metroid has always been a great franchise.
Right.
With Metroid, and then Super Metroid, I think, is the highest acclaimed Metroid game so far.
Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime, that
was
trilogy.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
And, and for the most part, Samus has been like Link. She didn't speak. Mm-hmm. And then in Other M, which is supposed to be the sequel to Super Metroid, she started speaking. And a lot of people gave her a lot of crap because she wasn't portrayed as people thought of her in the mind, that she was, strong, independent. In Other M, she was always listening to orders, always confused about what to do, and relying on other people, which was never seen in the games. And because of that, she got a bad rep. And and for that reason, I think that she got cast on the wayside, and they're not making any games for her. Nintendo has talked about, we're gonna revamp the Metroid games.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't Nintendo that made it. It was Ninja Theory. And they did the exact same thing to Devil May Cry, which I didn't pick it up.
Let's talk about that another day.
Yeah, bastard.
Okay, David, go to number 4.
Well, just to finish off Samus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do 5 or 3.
I have 5.
Okay.
But Samus, so for that reason, there was a statement actually released by someone from Nintendo that said the way that the US portrays Samus is different than the way that the Japanese people portray Samus. Because apparently there's a manga that tells the backstory of Samus, and it explains why she acts the way she does in Other M. And so it's more true to the manga, who had, like, I guess the one who created the story for is someone who has worked with Metroid and for a long time, something like that. And so I thought that was interesting. And so he said it's basically just the U.S. that gives a bad rep of her character and why we got her to speak in the way that she is so dependent.
Right.
But you know that to each his own. I mean, I personally loved the game. I thought the game was really good. I liked it. It actually got pretty good reviews.
Not that I can remember.
Well, yeah, because you don't read the nice ones.
I read the good ones.
No. Number 4 is Luigi from Mario. He's always been in major games. Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, you know, all of Mario's sequels. But he's always been overshadowed by him. You know, he's never really had any spotlight until just recently. Like, even like with Luigi's Mansion.
The year of Luigi.
You know, he didn't get too much. But yeah, so last year, 2013, was the year of Luigi. You know, he had the new Luigi Wii U. He had Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. And then this year, they said again, it's the year of Luigi. So it's good to see that he's getting more credit nowadays. Yeah, it's number 4. Number 3, Navi from Legend of Zelda. I know a lot of people hate her. Listen! Hey, listen! And she bugs the crap out of it, and I understand. I'm the same way. She bugs the crap out of it. If she just didn't talk, that's fine. But when I was first playing Ocarina of Time, I didn't know what I was doing, and her hints helped me out. It helped me beat the boss battle, especially the one where you're fighting the fake Ganon, with the pictures.
Right.
And
Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, when he's coming towards you, I was like, how am I supposed to beat him? And, you know, Navi's like, listen! I was like, freaking A, she's making me something good! And China's like, oh, this is how you're supposed to beat him. Oh, I didn't thought of that! Okay. And so, I think she's underrated. I think she deserves more credit.
Navi was the original navigation.
Hence the name. Dun dun dun!
Oh.
Navi? Navigation?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Number 2, I just put this one in for fun. I don't know if any of you remember the game, Yo Noids. Avoid the Noids.
Oh, Avoid the Noid. Yeah.
Did you guys ever play that?
The Domino's Pizza guy.
Yeah!
Avoid the Noid.
What's your number 1, Pepsi Man?
I just put number 2 because they were so fun to play. I mean, yeah, they're kind of the Japanese version of that game had a completely different story and different characters because this one was made to advertise Domino's, but I thought it was really fun. I can remember hours just playing that game when we got Domino's. Oh, good times. And my number 1 pick it's actually a collection of all the main protagonists in the Call of Duty franchise. You know, when people when they see Call of Duty Ghosts, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, like, what's the first thing that comes in mind? The multiplayer.
Right.
What else? Anything multiplayer related, right, Mouse?
Or are you asking about characters, or?
Yeah,
No,
the protagonists.
if I say Call of Duty, basically, what comes to your mind?
What comes to your mind, Call of Duty?
Soap, Price, and Mason.
Diego, when you think
Multiplayer,
of Call of
fool!
Duty.
That's the right answer.
Repeated, rehashed graphics, and it looks like the same game, and I can't... Okay, is that what we're talking about?
Kim.
Okay, it's guns, multiplayer, and like zombies or whatever that thing is.
Yeah, so that's the focus that it gets. And what's kind of thrown to the wayside is the story of Call of Duty. And for the most part, like, especially with Modern Warfare, it was...
Teabagging, that's what comes to your mind. Okay.
Miles just teabagged Jose, so...
I was gonna knee him.
Okay, enough of the banter. David, continue.
Dang it, Dale, you're such a dictator.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I know, but like, you know, like Diego said, like, it's the multiplayer overshadows the main protagonist. And like you said, Mason, he was a good character. That's
personally my favorite character in the whole series.
Yeah.
Him and Nikolai was cool. No, what was his friend, Mason's friend's name?
Riley.
No,
it's not Riley.
So?
No, we're talking about Black Ops. Mason, he had his friend,
I don't know.
I don't remember.
He's an awesome character. He had a great
I don't remember.
story. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But, yeah, so I think they deserve more credit, because the story is actually pretty good in Call of Duty. I don't like the multiplayer, but when I played the story, I actually kind of liked it. And I think all the protagonists deserve more, should get more credit beyond the box, instead of some random guy with something over his eye with a picture of a alien on it.
See, I don't know about you, but I don't like the mute characters. I like in Call of Duty when they actually do, like a character that talks, or you see him, like, you know, in the first one you're a mute character in Modern Warfare 4, I should say. Not the first one, the fourth one. And then, the ones before that you were mute as well. And then you started getting characters in the next ones and stuff, which is awesome. Then they went to Ghosts, and all of a sudden you're a mute character again. I'm personally not a fan of mute characters. I like the supporting cast
I
is better.
think that they've seen, like, that a lot of people are not really into the story. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, that they're not into the main protagonist, because you don't play them in the multiplayer. You're just some random guy that you can customize. Like in Halo.
Woods. That's his name.
Woods? Okay, yeah. But yeah, so, you know, at least in Halo and stuff like that, like, you look kind of like the Master Chief. You can still customize him, but you can still make yourself look like Master Chief. And so you have the main protagonist in there, something.
On top of that, you're a Spartan, though. Spartan's 10 times better than anything else.
Yes.
Better than Saiyans?
In video games, yes.
No, well, yeah, video game. Okay, well, that's.
But yeah, so that's my top 5 underrated characters. Woo!
They suck. That list suck.
My list was cool.
My underrated character are 2 really well-known characters. Samus and Luigi.
Just because they're well known doesn't mean that they have a lot of spotlight.
Anyway,
let me show you how to make a real list. Diego, hit him.
I thought you were gonna do it.
Oh, okay. All right. Number.
So no one's gonna know
5.
any of those.
Yeah, because they're underrated
And unknown. At least mine were known and underrated.
No, they're not underrated.
Okay.
A bunch of times.
Yeah, because they have to.
They secretly love each other, audience. It's okay.
I don't.
Love hate.
Get out of here.
They need to do a
They
match.
like Naruto
Let's
and
see.
Sasuke love.
Let me show you how to make a real list. One of the most
my list.
underrated characters,
Video
especially
games?
with the 64. Yeah.
Okay. Number 5.
Yeah.
And I know which one you're talking about.
And one that I don't think that many people played is from the game Mystical Ninja, Gaemon.
Oh, Goldman!
I don't know how I got this game, how it came into my hands, but I loved it. If you actually played this game, it plays like a really, really Japanese version of Super Mario 64 in a sense. Super
with
Japanese.
people, but with more people.
You're like doing platforming, and the next level you're in this giant mecha fighting this other.
Yeah, it's so cool.
He's really underrated. Like, I don't really remember much of the story, because again, I don't know how I got the game to begin with, but this guy...
Wasn't it in Japanese too?
I think I got it in Japanese. I can't remember. Yeah. I don't know how I got it. I got it somehow. But this game is underrated. The character's underrated. He was really fun to use. He had like this blue spiky hair. He kind of looked like, oh, dang it. It just slipped my mind.
He looked like Goku.
I guess so.
Like Gohan.
He had blue spiky hair and he had like a ninja outfit, and then you could pick different characters from that one. It's kind of like a Mario Brothers, even more Japanese.
I remember now. You could be also the fat ninja guy with the big nose, and then the girl. And if you get that certain special item, they have a special. The girl could turn into a mermaid, and Goldman had. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah,
that game was so fun.
It was tight.
If you could find it, go play it.
Probably rare.
I think it did come out to the USA. I don't know
It
if the ones
did.
that we had.
I remember watching on YouTube video one of the top underrated games.
Oh.
And that one has not had a game out since like GameCube, and it was only a straight Japanese release on the GameCube one.
I didn't even know that one that had a game.
Exactly.
So that's my number 5. Really fun game. Number 4.
Banter.
no banter. I would say The Wanderer from Shadow of the Colossus. Because if you think of Shadow of the Colossus, the game, the first thing that comes to mind is the Colossus. You don't really... Not that many people would think of... He doesn't even have an actual name. That's his name, The Wanderer. That's what they call him. And the story behind that one is really... It's a really touching story, because you're going through this whole thing.
For the girl, right?
Yeah, for the girl. He's trying to basically revive her. He sends a link to Sony, because he doesn't really talk. He just... Yeah, he yells and stuff.
I got that game for free on PlayStation Plus. Like, is it a really good game to you?
It's an awesome game, dude.
Yeah, I need to play it sometime.
Well,
we got a short list of.
Right now, it might not be as amazing as it was back then, because back then it was something really crazy.
It was cutting edge back then.
Does it hold up?
It still holds up. It still holds up, I would say. It's really cutting edge. You're fighting this huge Titan. Think Attack on Titan. When you're basically Aaron
Don't get my hopes up.
trying to fight like the huge,
No,
huge colossi.
Huge. It's way huge.
What kind of game is it? RPG? What is it?
It's
It's like adventure.
action adventure. I would say basically there's
Like
not really.
God of War?
Kind of. There's not... The only enemies in the game are the the Colossus. And you gotta kill them. There's 12 of them, if I remember correctly. And each one of them is different. Like, for instance, one is kind of like an eagle. They have to grab onto him, and that's how you fight him. You grab onto him, and he's flying around, and you gotta stab him in certain places. So...
Okay, it makes sense what you're saying.
Just forewarning, I'm not gonna spoil anything except for this.
Oh,
the
it's no
ending
game.
is not a happy ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a happy ending. And I honestly, when I was playing, I was like, I don't know if it's gonna end like happy and everything goes right. And I was right, but I was still hoping that it would.
Yeah,
but it doesn't.
The game in itself. If you remember seeing the trailers, it was a dark game in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
The color palette was like gray,
grayish. Yeah, it's a really fun game, and the reason I put him up here is underrated because again, people remember mostly the Colossus, not him at all. So
Wanderer. See, that was a great game, and you picked the main protagonist.
yeah, but did you even know they call him Wanderer? No, you didn't.
I just knew I was him.
Exactly. You don't even know.
I didn't think of the Colossus when you first said that. I thought of the guy. I just didn't know his name.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Get out of here.
No, you said Colossus.
Number 3.
This is Miles, and I approve that message.
This is David. I do not approve that message. Miles not the authority to use my line.
All right. Number 3. I love this game. I had to pick a Beautiful Joe. Come on.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get another Beautiful Joe game? I know Clover Studios close.
Unless I'm mistaken and I sound like a complete Nintendo noob, because I am. Isn't the Wonderful 101 a
No, I don't know. They made him look like them, but that's completely different people. Wonderful 101 was done by Platinum Games, who did Metal Gear.
But isn't that the same
Revengeance.
character?
No, it's not.
See, I'm a Nintendo noob, people.
He's a
It's okay.
superhero.
In Wonderful 101, his name is Red One, I think. Red One, yeah. And he looks kind of like Beautiful Joe, but he's not exactly the same dude.
Okay.
Yeah, his hair sticks out.
At all.
Joe has a helmet.
Okay.
Beautiful Joe was a fun game. He was a good character because he's trying to save his girlfriend in the movie world. And when he goes into the movie world, he gets the power from Captain Blue, I think was.
Yeah, I think so.
And then he goes Henshin Agogo. It was a fun little game. Really fun character. It was sad that not that many people buy it. So that's why Capcom had to close Clover Studios down.
That's sad.
He did make an appearance in Marvel's Capcom 3.
Yes.
And he did some sick combos!
And in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom.
Yep.
I want another game from them. Number 2. Nariko from Heavenly Sword.
Woo!
Thank you for mentioning that one.
This game was a savior when the PlayStation 3 first launched. There wasn't that many good games.
The boomerang!
Or controllers.
You know what? I'm going to even say this. Besides underrated character, underrated game.
Yeah, man. Sony, what are you doing? Get Ninja Theory, what are you doing? Get another Heavenly Sword. We need it. It deserves it. Nariko was fun. She might not have... The story-wise might have not been that great, but she was a fun character. I would think a lot of people would relate to her more than they do with Kratos, and a lot of people
I agree.
do not like Kratos as a character because they're like, he's very one-dimensional. With Nariko, you saw that she had emotion. She could be a bad A girl when she wanted to. And it was a fun game, fun gameplay, but...
I like a PS4 remake or reimagination.
Hopefully, man. Here's us
HD.
hoping. No, what would they call it? What is the one that they call Tomb Raider? The definitive edition of Heavenly Sword.
There you go.
Okay, for my last one, I have to do it again. Clover Studios, you guys created one of my favorite games and favorite characters, Okami.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah!
Amaterasu from Okami. I loved the game. It was right at the end, close to the end of the PlayStation 2 era, where they thought that they couldn't do something special, and then they created this game. The graphics are beautiful, but just playing as a dog, you never had that before. Like who?
Twilight.
That's not a game!
Okay.
No, he's talking about no. He's not talking about the movie. I think he's talking about Twilight Princess.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And he's
About
a
that.
wolf. He's not a dog.
Twilight. He's a canine.
Yeah, okay. But I believe Okami came before.
Yeah, I did. I was just
Twilight.
being a jerk.
That's right. You can't kid me. I know my Nintendo stuff.
I played as a dinosaur with guns.
What? Okay, regardless. Okami is cool because you don't really know what she's... You don't know what she's thinking. You kind of know what she's thinking because of the little fleet that rides around with her, and I forgot his name. But she doesn't really talk, and you don't really get her idea. You see her emotions. And that's a really good thing that the developers did, that you were able to know what she was feeling or what she was trying to say without her having a real voice. And nobody in that game actually has a real voice. They just have like the little... So, I mean, that's an awesome game, an awesome character that really needs to be redone, just like Nariko and just like Beautiful Joe. They have a place here. They should have put all of them in PlayStation All-Stars, but they didn't because...
They fools.
They fools. But besides, that's my top 5.
But I think they went on a better franchise with Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, but I mean, look at what has happened to Marvel vs. Capcom now.
True. But still, but All-Stars hasn't been, seen as a great game either way.
Yeah, the thing is that all 3 of those games are great. They just didn't sell well.
I thought Marvel vs. Capcom did.
No, Marvel vs. Capcom, but I'm talking about Okami, Beautiful Joe, and
that one.
Heavenly Sword. They were great, but they didn't sell well, so they don't really...
But we're talking about the All-Star thing. That's what I was pointing out. That they're in Marvel vs. Capcom, or at least Okami is.
Yeah, and Beautiful Joe.
Yeah, Beautiful Joe is in there.
And I mean, Heavenly Nariko is on PlayStation All-Stars, but regardless, I need more of those characters. Those characters are fun.
Bring it back, Sony!
Or Capcom.
That was good, Jose.
Don't you ever. Mega Man Legends! Dang you, Capcom!
Alright, I'll go. On my top 5, I'll do a 5. If not, it'll switch to a 3. This is 5 or 3.
I'll do a 5, if not a 3.
Okay. 3 with 2 honorable mentions.
Okay. So my 5th one is, Are you done? Are you done being jerks? Thank you.
Calm down, dictator freak.
You're my 5th one is, Diddy Kong, actually. I feel like he's very underrated. He's in a lot of the Donkey Kong games, but he's never really had his own thing. I think Donkey Kong
Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong?
Diddy Kong Racing!
Diddy Kong Racing, that was in the 64.
It was awesome.
They had Donkey Kong Country 2 was Diddy Kong? Or
no, it was
Country 3.
3, I think, with Dixie Kong.
But that was about it. Like, it's always been Donkey Kong Country, not Diddy Kong Country. You know
he
what
has
I mean?
his place in Smash as top tier.
I just want to say that. I feel like he's one of those...
That's my opinions.
It's
all our opinions.
My bad. I'm getting sentimental. Anyways, I just feel like he could have his own story and it would be pretty good. I mean, this new Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze game looks good, but I mean, it's gonna be Donkey Kong heavy oriented game. But I mean, it's just one of those things. My number 4 would have to be... I don't know if he's in a game. Maybe in the Game Boy Advance games. But Meta Knight. Like, he's in Smash, obviously, I know, and he's a super S rank.
He was a boss in the original Kirby's.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. But I feel like maybe he should have his own game.
Yeah.
Like, it would be tight, because, I mean, people get to play him in Smash, and look how cool he's BA.
He's a badass character. He really is cool.
He deserves a game. Like, Meta Knight.
I would like a game of that. That'd be cool.
Meta Knight.
Kind of like how Shadow got his own game.
Yeah, but that was horrible.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I'm not saying it has to be horrible.
Shadow driving cars and shooting guns. Wait, I thought this was a Sonic type game. What's going on?
But
Hey, the guns.
That's probably not the
not
worst thing
okay.
that happened to Sonic.
No, because then came Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 on the last gen.
Let's not talk about
Let's not talk about
that.
that game.
that was a picture of itself.
Curse of the Werehog. What
Hey, the Sonic Unleashed one, I thought that was pretty fun.
We can get a huge topic of like that Sonic games.
Sonic Colors, Sonic Generations, those were good.
Sonic Colors is great.
Yeah.
Back to Meta Knight.
Heroes.
Meta Knight, I feel like he deserves a game.
Yeah.
It's just looking at how he became Meta Knight. I mean, I believe they could build a story off of that. Like, it doesn't have to be a Kirby style game. It could be something dark because look at Meta Knight. I mean, you could obviously do that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Imagine a Meta Knight game, kind of like in the sense of
Ninja Gaiden.
that'd be too bloody. But
Hell,
Arkham City or Arkham Asylum,
I don't know, whatever they want.
make it dark like
make
that.
it like Yoshi's Island. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Something.
Arkham City has this little ball, like,
yeah, that'd be fantastic. They have like the little
riding around.
what the Waddle Dee, like, oh no, somebody's coming.
In a huge city full of people that aren't on the streets.
Yeah.
That was 4. Yeah, 3. I think she deserves. A friend of mine told me this like 2 years ago. She deserves her own game, and it would be pretty cool. Zelda.
What number is this one?
This
Number
is
3.
3. Zelda from Legend of Zelda.
So you
Then-
want like a Barbie game?
No, listen.
Hey, she's cool.
No, listen. Like
Chic is cool.
for one game, yeah. From Ocarina of Time, because you know that 7-year gap.
Yeah.
They could have made a story of that, how she became Sheik, how she helps Link, like, because she's supposedly
You're welcome, Nintendo. By the way, if you're listening to this, there you go. Put that on the Wii U.
yeah,
Get
like
some units.
a friend of mine, he was telling me it could be like Ninja
got
Gaiden,
Smash for that.
inspired, where she can be like shooting shurikens and disappearing and doing all. It's just, it could be a.
shadow clones.
I don't know. She's
Shurikens.
she shoots those shurikens in
kunais.
Brawl.
I thought they were
Kunais. Needles, whatever. Throwing
Well,
objects.
we were all wrong.
Anyways, but like
It's actually dust.
she. I mean, it could be like a Ninja Gaiden style game because I mean, how she runs in Melee and Brawl and how she attacks. Like this could be a totally good game. Like because the game, all the games are The Legend of Zelda except for The Adventure of Link, but The Legend of Zelda. Let us have a game that you are Zelda and do something.
The Legend of Zelda is that she's actually Peach.
The
And she
Legend
gets
of Link.
captured every time.
Peach has a game for herself though. The Adventures of Super Peach or whatever it is. It's Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's very sexist, just so you know.
Yeah, but there's a game of Peach.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't
When she
played
gets mad, she gets superpowers. When she cries, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
But Peach has a game. Zelda deserves a game as Sheik. You know, they got to make that.
Call it
Nintendo
the Legend
would
of Link.
She rescues Link.
Nintendo would make a bunch of money
Okay.
off that. My number 1. Yeah, number 1,
2?
2.
You're I thought you said you're number 2.
No, that was 3.
Number 3
Zelda.
is number 2 now.
Number 2 would it would be all the except for one game. All the games that they've come out with for a while. Not all, just a few.
Yes.
Ninja
You didn't
Turtles.
hear that?
Ninja Turtles haven't come out with a good game in a while. Like just all of them. I'm gonna say underrated characters. Ninja Turtles in the video game aspect because in comics and TV shows, they're great. You know, they're great. But
Yeah.
in the video game aspect, they lack. Like the game that was released last summer, the Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Graphically, they looked different, but I was accepting of it. But the gameplay wise was horrible. It was crap.
I think the last game that I really liked, I think was back on the GameCube, I believe. It was the one that they
From TMNT.
We played it.
TMNT.
That was
we
tight.
played it.
That was way fun.
But
I
they
love that game.
They haven't released a good game since.
Quick side note: would you rather have Battletoads or TMNT
TMNT.
redone?
TMNT.
Except they tried to redo an HD remake of the Turtles in Time. And yeah, it was cool, but it still didn't feel like the original
Didn't feel
Turtles in
like
Time.
Ninja Turtles at
And
all.
so I think that was a fail.
It was a
Sorry.
fail. My number 1 would be
Go on.
DuckTales? I thought that's what you're doing.
No.
I was going to remaster DuckTales.
No, I heard that was good, wasn't it? Anyways,
just
no,
like the
that's
old-
I heard it
yours.
was bad.
It's just like the old one. If you like the old one, you should like it.
But it's good.
Lost my train of thought. I forgot what number 1 was.
See, this is why you write things down.
Shut up. Shut.
Why are you singing our lines, Miles? This is what we do. We make the sound effects.
All 3 of you guys did that last week.
From Sonic.
You say Amy.
No.
Tails are gonna kill you.
No,
You say Knuckles.
no. It's actually there are a
Silver.
lot of them.
If it's big,
There's a lot of them. The Chow, like the Chow are underrated characters. I mean, the Sonic Adventure 2, you had the ability to raise them, and it was
I
tight.
take it back, David. Yeah, actually, your choices were good.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Who wants to play a game about a chow?
No, but like add
Those mini games are fun.
Yeah,
I know, but
add
not-
more games with
But
Chow.
not a whole game.
I'm not saying make a whole game of the Chow, but like with the new
Chow
Sonic
Garden.
games, add
Number
Chow
2.
stuff to it because those were fun. Like I bought the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle online for the Xbox, and I played half of that game on Chow. You know,
On chow?
Chow, raising Chow, making them race, making them tight. I made a Sonic Chow. It was tight. It took forever, but it was worth it. That's my number 1. Miles?
Okay, so I'll try and speed this up for the listeners because we are kind of running out of time here.
even though we have no time.
Well, we try and keep it under an hour and 30 for you guys. But
Hit him with a hip
so
hop pass.
I couldn't really think of a lot of underrated video game characters, so some of mine might be combined with underrated games.
Okay.
But
Sounds like Jose.
More underrated, Luigi.
so first one I
Hey,
can really
Luigi's underrated.
first one I can think of really would be Tails from Sonic. I've always thought his character was really cool. He's just a good supporting character. He's underrated. I mean, Sonic, everybody thinks Sonic, Tails is just a little sidekick. I'm not saying we'd like to play a game of just Tails, but,
he's no Chow, let me tell you that.
I just like him more. I'd like to be able to play with him more, like, in the sense of, usually he's just kind of floating around, tagging along. I think it'd be cool more back in, like, the Sonic Adventure days where you could actually play some missions with him. But I don't want to play the missions with him in a mech, you know, and I actually play as Tails, like, float around and jump on guys
You
and
just
stuff.
put him there because you're named after him.
Right. But
Miles
anyway,
Tails
I really have always
Oh.
thought he was just a cool character. Second
biased.
one after that, so I guess top 4, Sergeant Johnson from Halo.
Okay.
A lot of people don't realize, like, the stuff
Oh,
that...
he's a good guy.
No, I said the black guy.
Oh, the black guy? Yeah, he's a black guy.
Yeah, he was tight.
being so observant of his skin. So...
I don't know his name.
Yeah, so Sergeant Johnson, he was a cool character to me because a lot of people don't know from reading the books and stuff if you don't, but I mean he's been through a lot, and him and the Chief are really close friends, and he's actually helped his character grow a lot too, and like him surviving the flood and the stuff he went through to survive.
It's a bad.
He's a really badass character, so I respect him in a lot of ways.
You know what? Those two in the beginning, I was gonna say, but the look on your face when I said Sonic, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say Tails. And Sergeant Johnson, I had him, but I dropped him because I don't know.
You dropped him for Chow.
So I can't really think.
We all have our opinions.
Then
So I couldn't think of much more like supporting cast because there's so many, but that are good ones. I couldn't really think of underrated ones, but underrated games I'll put as my number 3 for Spec Ops: The Line.
Really good.
That game was incredible. They had no real marketing or advertising. It came out and just bam, and it had like 4 or 5 different endings. The story's amazing. It was the first video game to actually have a tear come down my eye. I've never had that with a game. Well, actually, no, except for Final Fantasy X. That one got me teary-eyed.
Really?
But second to that was
Point
Spec
two.
Ops. And
Spec
it
Ops
was
is
just
a
a
big
great emotional roller coaster ride. It's a military third-person shooter. It plays like Call of Duty, but third-person, so the controls are really good. It's like Michael Bay kind of
If you haven't
game.
played
It's
it,
like-
when you pay good attention to how this game affects your decision.
and how it makes you feel as a player.
Not so much affects the decision, but what happens when you take a decision. The aftermath of that decision. Because it was, like you said, one time, I'm not going to spoil it, but it was like, do I really want to go to this war scene, or gonna take the ECA out and bomb the military? Oh, let's bomb it.
But when you end up bombing spoilers, when you end up bombing
No, don't spoil it.
that's why I said spoilers.
No.
They can plug their ears. So
Hey,
spoilers
that
when
means you
they
can say spoilers.
when they come down with the
that? No
where the
spoilers.
missiles come down and like
Yeah,
kills a
white
lot of the
phosphate,
civilians.
whatever they call it.
So anyway, so that would be that one. Number 4. This is just
Did
another
you go
underrated.
from number 1
Yeah.
to 4?
Or sorry, well I'm going backwards.
Regardless, it-
Number
Okay, it
two,
doesn't matter.
It's number 2 really. Sorry, I was just going backwards there for a sec.
Okay.
Sonic Adventure 2. That actually was a very underrated Sonic Adventure game. A lot of people looked at it lower from critic standards.
Is that the
To
one with the
Screw
whale at the
critics.
beginning?
No, that's first one.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first one the critics like more than the second on most reviews, but the users usually like 2 better than 1. And me and David personally, that game's a big that was our Halo before Halo was out. That was a game that spoke to us really well. We spent how many hours did we spend in that game?
That one and what, Furry Fighters that we played?
Huh?
We played Sonic Adventure 2 and then that fighting game with like those bears, whatever, that shooting game.
Oh, Furry Fighters. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another
those
underrated
2.
game. That game was awesome. They had a PS2 version too.
Furry Fighters!
But Sonic Adventure 2 was the breaking point in Sonic for me. Like, no game has ever topped that in my opinion. You had these classes where you could go back and get times. You can get all these classes and compete with your friend if you got an S rank or an A rank. A rank was the highest back then. But, that was really cool. And like, just the difference, in the levels. Like, you got Shadow introduced. First time we get to meet him, character was amazing. The story is actually really good. Like, it was like an anime kind of like
I liked how
story.
they structured it more than they did in Sonic Adventure 1. Because Sonic Adventure 1, you'd have just a straight Sonic story, then just a straight Tails, just a straight Big the Cat, which was stupid.
Yeah, and then
I
this
mean-
one you have like the dark side, the good side, and then when you beat both, it would merge together for a final scene when they're all working together.
Yeah.
And then if you got A's on all the missions, you get a special Green Hill Zone map. I mean, it was just such a great game. Number 1, and we're gonna mention this. We're gonna mention this a little bit, but PlayStation's having a sale right now. We'll get into this later, but this game is on sale. I want to mention it's called Enslaved. And those actually would be underrated characters.
Yes.
So this is a big one I want to say. This is my number one, and I recommend anybody to go buy this. It's $5 on PlayStation right now. It's one of the best
if you have
underrated
PlayStation Plus.
Yes, and it's one of the best underrated games I've ever played in my life. So this is a thing I wanted to mention that's really cool about this. So the two characters that are underrated, their two main characters, is Monkey, and the other one is Trip. Monkey's the guy, Trip's the girl, and their character of how they learn who each other are and how they proceed the story to get where they need to be, and the character development is unbelievable. So this game, it's made by Ninja Theory.
Yes.
So the gameplay is good. I like this too because it's actually the story of where Goku's character was designed from. So it's from Odyssey of the West. So it's an old story that was made back in China. It's an old storytell, and it's really popular. So anyway, the fictional character in there, the actual story is from Journey to the West. I can't say the author's name. Sorry about that. It's Wu something. But anyway, his character, I mean, that's one of like our childhood stories we have here is the childhood stories they have down there in China. And this was brought to a more Western audience. I recommend anybody, if you like Dragon Ball Z, or no, I shouldn't say Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. This is really cool. The main character is Monkey. He has a monkey tail. It's like a powerful like staff from Dragon Ball. And the character development's amazing. So that's easily my top one. So.
Yes.
Yeah. We have very, very differing opinions on this.
I would say Ninja Theory, just much like Dragon Ball Z last week, took the honorable mentions on everybody's list almost. Ninja Theory did it this time.
Alright, that was great, guys. Since we're running a long time, we're gonna do the anime cliches on the next episode. Sure. So what we're gonna do is from our listener Paul, he asked us the question, if you were an anime character, who would you be and why? Thank you, Paul, for giving us this question. Who wants to go out? Who wants to do this first?
Who wants to go out first? You guys are up now.
Yeah, I started it, so let's have Miles.
Miles wants to be Sanji.
I actually like to get women.
No, he wants to be Yamcha.
Sorry, Sanji-kun.
Oh, you're Yamcha.
Okay, you guys shut up so I can say my thing. So, the character I'd probably pick would be Teen Gohan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I bet you guys weren't expecting
that. I
that
actually figured that.
So, really?
Yeah, I actually figured it would be. I was like, I don't think he'd be Goku. It's like I think someone who had a more epic, more impact moment. I was like,
so
why? It's Teen Gohan. For one, his growth between those 7 years is really cool to see him for the first time. But the reason I like is just he never gives up what he's gonna do. You know, like when he needed to save the world, he did what he could to get there. And the other thing is, you know, he is always studying. He had a career in his mind. Like he set his goals and he strived for them no matter what. You know, and maybe he's not the strongest character, whatever. But I just liked a lot of like how he worked so hard. I like how he worked so hard for everything, even though, you know, like a lot of the characters in Dragon Ball do. But just Gohan was he had to find his own way. Mm-hmm. And that's what I really respected on that. I liked his smartness and how he interacted with friends. He's just a really overall nice guy. And I've never cosplayed before, so I respect him for that. Even though I wouldn't never do cosplay in the tights like he does. But, you know.
To see him, man.
No, but I'm just saying, like, his character was just really cool in the grown-up part, and I just like his strengths, his motivation, you know, how he has a goal, like, in his personal life, not just in fighting, and how he took care of raised his brother, and when, you know, his dad was gone, so I just respect his character a lot.
Solid picks.
You know what I really liked about him, and, you know, how Akira Toriyama made him, is he made him so different from everyone. Like, cause now, like, after he, you know, his power was released by the old Kai, you know, he's Mystic Gohan now. He doesn't really have to go Super Saiyan because that would be a waste of his energy, and it wouldn't make him any stronger. So Akira made him so different from Goku, from Goten, from all the other Saiyans, and I loved how he did that because it makes him more distinguishable between all the other ones.
Well, that was good.
I approve that message.
Okay.
Thank you, David.
Shut up, Jose.
The character I would want to be. That's
Vegeta.
a tough one. He was close. It was actually very close.
This is the Dragon Ball show.
I love Vegeta, and I feel bad. I'm not gonna say Vegeta. He comes from a comedy, a funny comedy. They will probably get mad at me for saying this. I would like to be Harima.
I told you! Why? It doesn't get it.
Doesn't matter.
It's open book.
Dang,
I would like
you really ticked him off on this one.
I want to be.
I just thought about that one too, though.
I want to be Harima because just in the show, he's just a funny guy, kind of stupid, and he's really cold at times, but he does love one person only. But he's very misunderstood, and I love that about Harima. He's just a great guy, and you see so much character development in him in the show, and I admire him. Like, I think he's just a cool guy, and I feel like if I were to be his friend in reality, it would be a great, dependable person.
He's a bigamist because he lives with Yakumo but is engaged to Eri.
It's a good character to pick. Solid choice, my friend. Hit us up, David.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Issei from High School DxD. No, I'm kidding.
You've seen High School DxD?
I know the name.
You've seen some, huh?
I've seen some.
Okay.
Of course you would.
That. No, my...
Issei. Oh, bye! Oh, my God.
No, actually, the one that I picked was on Jose's list of top 3 his best moments in anime. I would go Kira from Eden of the East. Did you pick him?
I could think of somebody else right now.
Why did you pick him? Unless you guys both want to talk about the same guy if you both picked him.
No, I could think of somebody else.
No, I'll pick someone else.
No, go.
No, there's someone else I was thinking of.
No,
too.
you already said it.
Jose, I'm sorry.
Finish it.
We think alike. But, okay, so when you first meet him, he's naked. He's in front of Washington. He's in front of the White House.
That's why you want to be him.
He's in front of the White House and he has no idea what happened. His mind's blank. Then he finds out, as you watch the show, you find out why his memory was blank. And you find that he's really important to this one person who wants to change the world. And he was picked to be one of these people, and that's why he has the phone with Noblesse, and he's with Celesao. And all throughout the show, you see him just time and time again have these great ideas, and basically, take down all the other candidates. And then how it ends is basically kind of like how it began, that you don't see in the anime, but that the guy who orchestrated the Celesao, he tells him, "This is how I met you," and basically that's how the show ends in the movies. And it was just really cool. He's just really smart.
Yeah.
And everyone in the show loves him. And to be that influential, but to not really know too much, I think that's amazing, because you see the power that this person has, who may not be the smartest person, but his ideas are concrete, and he's very adamant of keeping that way, because he knows it's the right thing to do. And so, I would love to be him.
That's good.
That's my pick.
That's a good pick, David. That was cool.
I'm sorry, Jose.
I should have gone first. Okay, so my pick... Right now, as I was thinking of characters, I was thinking of 2. I was thinking of L just because L is awesome. I love how he acts and the way he thinks. But I'm going to go with my boy Kamina. Now, the reason I'm going to pick Kamina...
I approve of that one.
The reason I pick Kamina from
He's
Gurren
from what
Lagann... Gurren Lagann. The reason I pick him is because he's totally different from me, in a sense, because in the show, he doesn't really give a crap about what people think about him. He just goes and does what he wants. And he has this confidence in himself that carries him and allows him to be kind of like a leader to a bunch of people, and is the basis of how the show turns around every time when the things are filling down. And on top of that, I mean, Yoko? Of course I would have picked Kamina. I'd be dumb if I didn't pick Kamina.
You like 14-year-olds? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, 14-year-olds like that.
Pedophile?
Hey, Kamina is 14 at that time, so it's okay. 16, so it's alright.
Suck it,
Oh, yeah,
David.
that's so much better.
Yeah.
Banter.
I love the awkward silence on that note.
The funny thing is that David's like talking all
Drop
crap
the
about is that David is the one that watches the worst anime kind out of all of us.
Let's not banter now.
What? Why are you going to throw me under the bus? And that's not true, by the way.
Yes, that is true.
It was not.
Also, on the side note, if you ever want to watch anime with David, don't, because he'll go 10
We
episodes
went
ahead
through
of you.
this already.
No, that's not true.
But regardless, I would pick Kamina because
I hate
he's
you all.
different from what I am personally. I'm more shy. I like to keep it to myself. I don't really like to be outgoing with people I don't really know. But Kamina throws all that out the window. Yeah.
Sure.
And he doesn't really give a crap what people think, and that's awesome.
Yeah. He's a person everybody wants to be around because of his strengths, but he doesn't see it as his own.
Yeah.
I think
Like
that's
he
more
says
like
in the
Jose.
anime, he gets his strength from Simon.
Yeah. It's kind of like
Simon doesn't realize
it's
he's
a weird,
actually,
it's a dichotomy
reverse.
for both of them. Seaman looks to Kamina for his
Seaman.
strength.
Simon.
Wow.
But but Kamina looks at Simon and he says he's my if I didn't have him with me, I couldn't do everything that I've done.
Exactly.
So that's really cool.
His personality is very drawing, and he's cool. Just who the hell do you think I am?
And with
I'm
that,
David.
it's my pick.
All right, so I think we got done with all the anime ones. Do we have anything left, Diego?
Yeah, we just wanted to say a listener of ours named Eric. He wants us to watch Total Eclipse and Val Rave Liberator.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
I've heard of those.
I looked up some of the pictures here on Google. It looks like the animation, especially on the Total Eclipse. Wow,
Yeah.
incredible! It looks like a Gundam Wing style mecha kind of style, but it looks incredible. He highly recommended those for us.
I'll let you know. I'm very picky with my mecha ones.
Eric,
So-
we'll check
I'll
it
give
out.
it a try,
We'll-
though. I
we'll
will give it a try.
I would say if you want to look something this season that just barely started, Space Dandy from the team that brought you Cowboy Bebop. It's really good. Animation is top notch. You can watch it on Hulu or Funimation.
Is that the
It's
one that Paul recommended? Our
Yes,
friend
and I
Paul?
saw it and it's really good.
It's simulcast also on Toonami.
Yeah, if you want to wait till 2 a.m.
Let's say.
Hey, that's midnight here in Utah.
Oh yeah, is
can do
there?
those if you want.
There's new releases, but Miles will take care of that. Miles.
Yes.
Yeah, us and me and Jose probably can do this
Okay.
next week, or unless you guys know of any. I know that we got.
Well, I know Jose focused on it more, so
That's all right.
That's fine.
so both of you
Take
can
it away, Miles.
Well, I'll just say I know for David and Diego and I, we're excited for next week because the new Dragon Ball game.
Yep.
Battle
Battle
of
of
Z.
Z.
Battle of Z. So we'll all play online together. Then me and Jose, we're hopefully, I don't know if we're gonna be able to pick it up next week, but we'll try. We wanted to get Tomb Raider. We wanted I know the multiplayer kind of got some heart, but we want, for the definitive for the next gen. We're gonna be going on PS4, and the multiplayer got some hype, but we thought we'd give it a try anyway, and just try it. And if not, we'll just enjoy the campaign. 'Cause
And then
it's
for the
great
people
anyway.
that haven't played it, that don't have the next gen console, the Game of the Year is supposed to come out next week
Yes,
as well.
same. They're just not
For the
calling it
PS3 and the
definitive.
Xbox 360,
Yeah. Was there any others, like anything else coming out that we know
There's
of?
movies coming out this week, right?
This week, I think.
Next week.
Next
Sorry.
week.
Next week, yeah.
I can't. What was it? No, that wasn't it. I was thinking of the Kevin Hart, but that one already came out.
Oh, Ride Along?
Yeah, that one came out already.
Yeah, I actually watched that this weekend. If you like Kevin Hart, it's a Kevin Hart film, so I
hilarious.
recommend it. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. It's good. So I definitely recommend seeing that.
Shoot. All right, let me go through some.
Last thing I wanted to give actually to Jose.
What thing?
The PS4 14 for 14 sale going on until the
one broke
Monday,
February
I believe,
14th,
right?
Yeah.
Started February 14th.
No, start January.
We're still in
Did I say
January.
February? Wow.
I think it
January
ends in
14th.
February, right? February 14th?
Yeah, I think
So
so.
let me give him a list really quick.
Of the games that came out.
Oh,
Yeah. So you have Odyssey.
Honestly, yeah.
We have Odyssey. We have. Okay, let's go with the PS3 first. BitTrip presents Runner 2, and that was free for the PlayStation users if you already had that. It's a fun little game. Basically, all you do is jump.
We get BioShock
You get Bioshock.
for free.
Yes, if you haven't bought it, that's a good one.
Who hasn't?
Let's
I
see,
haven't.
Crysis 3 for $5 if you have PlayStation Plus. That's
That is worth it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's a definitely game.
Oh.
That game is definitely worth it.
This Ex-Human Revolution Director's Cut, $13. If
That's
you,
good.
I mean, again, if you had PlayStation Plus, you already had this game for free. and Slave Odyssey to the West Premium Edition, which I bought for $5. Really good game. Really
Thank you
looking
for buying that, Jose. You will
No
enjoy
problem,
it.
dude.
Anime lovers, you will like that.
Then we got Far Cry Blood Dragon, also one that I picked up. You don't need to have played Far Cry 3 in order to enjoy this one.
How much was that?
Just $375.
Oh, easy buy, guys.
Yeah.
Old school shooter arcade, but then a 3D world with the Far
Far
Cry
Cry?
engine.
Yeah.
You
You
know,
don't-
I'm gonna show you some videos.
It's kind of like a
after.
psychedelic, futuristic 80s film.
It looks good.
And then
Don't
we
laugh
have...
me at psychedelic.
It's crazy. But then we have Lone Survivor Director's Cut. I bought this one already. It's a good little 8-bit game. Kind of like horror-ish, if you're into that stuff. Puppeteer, I would highly, highly recommend this game. It's only $7. Really fun game from Studio Japan. It's a platformer, beautiful graphics, fun little story. Just pick it up. Rain, I love Rain. Highly recommended. The soundtrack in Rain, amazing.
Which one is that one again? That sounds so familiar.
Rain is the one, again, Studio Japan made it, where you're a little boy and you're trying to protect this girl and you don't see
Yeah.
you don't see yourselves unless you step out into the rain.
Yeah.
It's a
I did
fun.
hear about that one.
That sounds crazy.
And
How much is that?
That one's only $375.
I might get that.
That was a fun game. It's not amazing, but it's fun, and it's a really ambient type of game where like you feel empty, you feel alone, and it's really, really good. I love that game. Aside from that, you got Rayman Legends, $35. Not really a discount. I would see
Isn't it like
eventually.
50?
Yes.
In February, the Xbox One, PS4 are getting their own copy of that. I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, if you wait long enough, you're gonna get this on the PlayStation Plus. Tales of Celia, though, this is a steal, because this barely came out a couple months ago, and this is a JRPG game. So if you want to spend like 60 plus hours, there's 2 different characters you could pick. It's only $10. I picked this one up.
Steal.
The Wolf Among Us, I cannot wait for the second episode. I played the first one. I loved it. It's only $13.49 for the whole season pass. Again, if you have PlayStation Plus, I think it's $15 if you don't have it. Really good game. Amazing. This is from the same people that did The Walking Dead, the game. Awesome
That
game.
one
Pick
was
it up.
awesome.
Yes.
They're making a season 2, right?
Yes, they already began, and
Yeah.
the episode 1 is amazing. Thomas Was Alone, $250 cross-buy. If you have PlayStation Vita, this also works on it. Fun little indie game. I don't know how to describe it. It's a platformer in a sense. You just gotta get to the end. It's more about going through the story that somebody relates. And then, if you have PS Vita, let me just go quickly through the best picks that I would.
Mercenaries.
Killzone Mercenary, $9. Definitely get it.
I'll agree with that.
Best game on the Vita next to Persona, probably.
Better.
Those are probably the top.
Persona
ones
is
to pick up.
Persona is the best.
Just a small little thing.
Go.
And I read some news that people are so hyped about Persona 5, but they know nothing about it.
We don't know a crap.
All they know is that's Persona 5.
Yep. I'm gonna import it again. I'm gonna import it again.
Oh my god.
Soul Sacrifice, fun little game, $9.
Great game.
Pick it up if you haven't already.
Isn't that? I thought that was free last month, wasn't
I
it?
think so.
Yeah.
So I mean,
So if you missed out, well,
yeah, $9.
pay
Can't-
$9
It's
is
worth
not.
it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Stealth Inc., A Clone in the Dark, really fun game. You just gotta get from point A to point B without getting caught. Fun little game. I love
Stealth
this.
game. That was
The
so
Walking
fun.
Dead complete first season for $5. Highly recommended.
Yes, I would recommend that.
Do
$5.
that.
Oh,
Easy platinum if you love trophies. That's like you just play it and you get the platinum. Amazing. Velocity Ultra Vita, $2. One of the best Vita games in my opinion. Really fun. So go get that, ladies and gentlemen. That's
Wow,
fun.
that was good. That was.
So
We have-
my top pick for PS3 is Easily Enslaved. Vita,
heck
I
yeah.
would say get the Killzone.
All right, let's see. Just to talk for the comic book people, let me see what the big ones are publishing. We have a bunch of crap coming out next week. Dark Horse, BPRD, Hell on Earth, Volume 7. BPRD is kind of like an offspring of Hellboy. It's a really fun read. Volume 7 will probably, I can't remember what issues you'll collect. I would say pick it up if you want it. As far as DC Comic goes, Batman 27 is coming out. Dude, I can't even talk much about Batman 2. I'm afraid to spoil things out. But
dude, is that the...
Just be on the lookout for the Batman 27.
yeah, it seems like it's going to be good. I'm personally looking for Supergirl. Out of the new 52, I've been reading Supergirl, and I really have enjoyed her stuff so far. So pick
Are they
that
going
out.
to change her a little bit, or did they change her?
They're going to make her into the Red Lantern. But if you read comics, you probably knew this. Just to close things out, All New Invaders from Marvel Comics #1. Good way to get into a brand new comic. You don't need to know like the 50 years of continuity, so pick that out. All New X-Men, X-Factor, Avengers 25, Black Widow. The list goes on and on.
there's just a
Go
lot.
to your comic book place. If you're in Utah, I highly recommend you go to Dr. Volt's. They're really, really, really awesome people. They'll help you out, and they'll help you out and know what you want to pick.
Dude, been going there since like when I was 4.
Have you been going there?
Yeah.
Do you buy anything there?
No, I just played the arcades.
All right.
There's
So
some more
and then on a
I know.
on a sign out note, Shonen is off of break, so go start your reading.
I know. Oh, no!
They got to do some High School of the Dead.
Oh, what?
Oh,
What? We're going to talk about Naruto one of these days because it's getting crazy.
is it?
Yeah.
You need to catch up then?
All right, people. This is a fun episode of Chibi No Podcast.
getting
This is
longer
our
and longer.
sign off. Oh, also don't forget to comment or subscribe on YouTube or write to us on Twitter or like our page on Facebook. Do all that. All
Leave a
nine
review
yards.
on iTunes.
Leave a review.
Try
comment.
us.
Comment on us. Don't be afraid. We'll take your comments. We'll listen to whatever you want.
Yeah, then we'll just trash on you, you know.
Nah,
That's just David's role.
David's a butthole. Anyways,
I'm David and I do not approve that.
anyway, signing off. This is Diego, the little brother.
This is
Guys,
Miles, your tech guy for all your tech news.
this is David. Keep on smashing, guys.
people, you already know who it is. This is the Oliver. Go pick up your comics and stay good.
Chibi No Podcast!
Time's over, Star Fox. We're gonna have fun with this thing.
Welcome back, Master. Won't you come in, please? Come on, hurry up. If you're late, there's a penalty. Penalty! I'm not able to do that. May I?